guys, Stephen here with Impulsive Auditions. Why Logan Paul is moving to Puerto Rico. Full video, so it's all 15 minutes. It's a very long video this is gonna be. Let's get into this now.
I just announced and told my friends
that this is the last episode of Impulsive
thanks
ever.
for watching. Goodbye. I'm moving to Puerto Rico. I'm moving to Puerto Rico. I was there this past week kind of scouting it out. I've been fiending for change in my life, and I think I got that bug bit me that is biting everyone leaving LA, and I finally got it. And
West Nile. You have the West Nile virus, is that what you're saying? Because there's some dangerous insects down there in fucking PR.
There's not. So that's what I thought. I thought it was more third world than I suspected. So I went out there to scout it, and I just fell in love with it. And obviously I'm impulsive, and I trust my gut, my instincts. I feel like it's the closing of a chapter and the opening of a new one. Getting a lot of senior year vibes around the house. I've been singing that song the whole. As we go on, we remember. We'll get copyright for that.
Copyright.
No, there's a better song. It's actually
Frenchman is for.
okay. So there is actually a song that they should be singing, and it's called "High School Never Ends." It's by Bowling for Soup. If you get the chance, check that song out. It's actually pretty good.
Forever.
And I can tell you're a little.
Yeah,
upset.
George is really fun. So, really quickly before we started the show today, Logan just gave us an entire PowerPoint presentation called "Why You People Should Move to Puerto Rico with Me," and he, for lack of a better word, stated his case. And a lot of the stuff was aimed directly at me. Me and him have had some very intimate conversations over the past week about why it would make sense for me to be there and why I should pick up and leave and go there. And every time I've said, "Hey man, listen, bro, I'm not fucking moving to Puerto Rico with you." So he put together a whole Puerto Rican PowerPoint.
You went full
document.
Jordan Belfort on me.
Yeah.
You pounded your head with a microphone and said, "I'm not fucking leaving."
I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah.
And then George walked in during this PowerPoint, and now this is his current attitude towards things, I guess.
I think everybody can agree that I'm the most
He just
sensitive
got
one in the group.
to.
Yeah, you fucking pussy.
Yeah.
He just got 2 years ago a house near Logan.
I just
What a fucking
I'm
bitch.
a fucking guy that brings.
I'm kidding.
We love you.
I love you so much, George.
I get nervous just because I know right now and I would say this 1,000 times. This is the moment that we're all gonna look back and remember, and I'm just scared that we're moving on so quick, and everything's gonna you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we get to wake up every day and be best friends and make content and go to each other's houses and see each other and be there for each other. So it's like we're all separating. This is I don't know.
You're tearing up a little bit, I would say.
Yeah, I just don't want to.
We can still be best friends just with 4,000 miles between us.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you gotta visit each
17
other's
hours
house.
to get to you. I'll
It
never come
was supposed to be 10. I had a flight delay. I had a horrible flight
You
delay.
ever had a good pen pal before?
Yes, but I was dyslexic and he stopped writing.
Dude, and you could be really good friends over Zoom. Zoom stock is up in a major way this year because everybody's Zooming each other. Let me tell you something, Georgie, and this applies to everyone in the audience. When Logan brought this opportunity to me, he's like, "Pick up, move to Puerto Rico. Come with me. We'll continue doing what we've been doing." That sounded really comfortable. It sounded like a really comfortable offering to me. He said, "You could come crash in my crib down there, make more money. We'll keep the podcast going." It sounded super comfy. And in my life, one thing that I know is whenever something starts to feel comfortable, it's not a long-term solution. It's just not. And
Yeah.
nowadays in my life, when I see something that looks uncomfortable, like it could result in a dramatic change, a drastic contrast with what currently exists as my life, I welcome that with open arms. And I'll tell you why, George. Every time something in my life has changed dramatically, the cards have fallen down all around me and I've had to pick those cards up and build something new, it has always 100% of the time led to something dramatically greater than what fell down. Every single time, without question. And so you have to look
I
at
doubt that.
change in
Not
that
every single
with that
time, 'cause
perspective. That
Not every single time, for the main reason that he probably had that thought before doing drugs, and then he started doing drugs, and it wasn't for the better. It was for the worse.
what comes is greater than what was.
No, I get that, and I get that every single time we get in like an uncomfortable position or a tough spot or something you don't want to go through, usually comes out to be like better than you expected. It's just, to me, it's the friendship. 28 years of my life, like, I love what we have. Like this, like growing up, friendship was like a very hard thing to solidify. Like people that fuck with you for like forever and always.
Yeah.
So it's just like, for example, Kave is my best friend. He's in Arizona. We're far from each other, and we're still best friends. It's doable. I don't know.
I wrestle with this a lot, George. Honestly, it's like, oh, I have a really awesome setup here, surrounded by a lot of people that I love, and I'd like to continue this for the rest of my life. But is that realistic?
No, it's never. It's
Even
gonna end sometime.
I'm noticing it with him, man. The deeper and deeper he falls in love with that girlfriend of his.
That's nothing to do.
I see him less and less.
For everybody. No, it does not.
He started disappearing from my life. Bro, I got home last night from Puerto Rico to an empty ass house.
Fucking Mike.
I said this. I'm lonelier here than I would be in Puerto Rico.
How about I'll move in here. My girlfriend can have the master at my house, right? This guy's never here unless he wants to game.
I don't even know if I'm keeping this house, dog.
Dude,
no, I'm wrestling with the lot right now.
You're giving up. Look what when we won.
Slow down a second.
Look what we fucking won.
Is that you in that picture?
Well, when I look back on it, it is.
Look like Spencer.
You're throwing this all away.
No, I'm not.
Also, people are going to believe your bullshit, bro. Slow down. Last night was Valentine's Day. The entire course, I was with my girlfriend. The entire course of my relationship, you've also been in one, and we're equally unreachable, doing your own thing in your bedroom, and I was doing my own thing. And just for the past couple months, it also doesn't matter because, to be quite honest with you, over the past... let's be fully transparent here and talk about things that really haven't been talked about much off camera. For the past year, you've moved very much into a business sense that is extremely Logan Paul focused, which as it should be, rightfully so.
Money focused.
But at times, it feels like there isn't much collaborative room for a Mike Majlak in that effort, and that's all by default, by design. Boxing, the crypto, the Pokemon, those are not my passions. Those are your things, and I see you walk around the house from day to night with the earpods in, talking to people about those pursuits, and it's really hard for us
I'm an AirPod fucking guy.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Yeah, facts.
I'm day trading. What the fuck am I doing?
Day trading.
Yeah, it makes sense. And the Puerto Rico move for you two, I will say, it doesn't make any sense for you.
I have two, like, motherfucker.
You could swing it.
Like last year, if you would have asked me, I would have been like, yeah. But I can't now.
Yeah, I have to get out of LA. I've been feeling it. Even before I went to Puerto Rico, was looking at a couple houses in LA just to change it somehow. And
What
I will
about
admit this. When me and Belle were having like a heart to heart because everything was like kind of changing.
ranch?
I did say this. I pray that Logan does go to Puerto Rico because I just feel like that's your next thing. It is good for you. So if it's good for you, then it's good for me.
Yeah.
But fucking Mike had to ruin it by getting a girlfriend.
So I feel like people are wondering why Puerto Rico, right? Like how random.
Yeah.
Taxes.
It's one vertical.
Yeah.
It's one.
It's the main vertical.
It's a big one.
It's 96% of a big one, which ironically is the same amount of money you keep every year if you move to Puerto Rico.
It's yeah.
She showed us in his PowerPoint mamacitas, but we couldn't fucking see her face. So like that was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting crazy here in California. You know, paying taxes.
Everybody is leaving.
And for what? Because the potholes in the streets are not fixed. Homeless people everywhere.
We got that in South Africa. We pay 15%.
COVID not handled the right. Like I don't know. It just I don't love it. And so I kind of looked at Texas a little bit. You know, like Rogan, Miami, right? Jake moved to Miami. I flew down there before Puerto Rico again on a scout, checking it out.
Yeah.
I did not like Miami. Texas felt just as isolated as Puerto Rico. And same with Miami. Miami and Texas both have no state tax. I think it's 13.5%, which is it's not nicer than here in California, right?
No, California's got the 13%.
13.5%. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Texas and Florida don't have it.
That,
so make $1 million, you save $135,000 if you live in Texas or Florida. Correct. But Texas just felt like literally in the middle of almost nowhere, and the heat I didn't love, and Puerto Rico makes sense because you enter training camp for 2 to 3 months straight at a time where you can't do anything anyways. I can't go out and enjoy that Miami
Yeah,
nightlife.
I think,
I
but
can't go out and enjoy the LA nightlife.
They
Like,
had a
It
cut.
makes sense.
zoning in twice a year for 4 to 6 months. It's nice, and it's nice to do it in Dorado, aka fucking heaven on earth.
But I think that that's actually contrary
Dorado.
to a creative grind or creative mission, because if it was
I'm
a
the
place,
opposite.
no,
I'm the
what I'm
opposite.
saying, no, what I'm saying is this: if the mission you were on was to go somewhere that stimulated that creative gland, then I would be completely aligned with doing so with you, because that's the grind I'm on. I'm writing books. I have a movie being made off the first book. I have all kinds of programs to make. I have a bunch of new creative businesses that are starting. You're going to Dorado to remove the distractions, to remove the creative strategy, and simply punch. But I mean, that's what you said.
No,
you're
no,
going to
no,
do training camp there.
My best ideas come from when I'm alone and I've completely internalized.
But what about the execution of such? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's easy. The execution's easy.
I've got a question. Is Danny going with him? Is his editor, his video editor, I can't remember his name now. Aiden going with him? Like, is some of his team actually thinking about going with him so that he can still do content?
With the
big
Rolodex
question.
that I've developed during the 6 years that I've been in LA, the execution is the easy part. Every time I internalize, and some of my best ideas happen when I'm just focused on my own. Like, I want to write scripts, dude. I can't do it here. I'm so distracted. I have 2 movies I want to write. I need to write. And I just haven't found the time or necessarily motivation to do it here. Like, in Puerto Rico, it's funny, you're motivated to do more and make more money because of the implications that come with
Because
it.
there's not as much taxes.
Do you feel like I've always been a bit hesitant in life going after things that have a primary goal of money.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm not
that's a
asking. I'm asking a question. I guess I was leading into that. Like, does it worry you at all that, you know, you're leaving everything? You're leaving very good friends. You're leaving a great show. You're leaving, you know, all.
Well, the show's not ending. I want to make that.
Regardless,
I wanna make that really
we'll talk
clear.
about that. But
Yes, it is.
just for the primary.
It's not.
Just for the
you're
primary
not gonna
mission
get the
and
same
goal
views
of putting
on
more dollars in your pocket.
Well, it's not
Well,
the primary reason. And
listeners-
I liken it to working smarter, not harder.
What's
honestly.
the primary reason? If not, say it
So,
again.
sorry. That is the primary reason.
Oh, okay.
But there's a plethora of other
Ancillary,
ones.
yeah.
That all contributed to it. But
I wait.
I'm working smarter, not harder. It's always been what it's always been something I'm good at.
Yeah.
And really, I think leaning into boxing and that like pure locked in focused concentration lends itself
You're still not gonna win.
nicely to moving to somewhere like Dorado, as well as all the other additional benefits that it has. I don't know, bro. When I was there, like,
Yeah, you
it
loved
just felt
it.
right. It just
Yeah.
felt right. I loved it.
I don't see Logan beating anyone in the ring. Like, he could go up against, I don't know, Miniminter from the Sidemen, and I'm pretty sure he would still lose.
I mean, dude, trust me.
He
When I
doesn't
go to places
capitalize
like
on
that, or
people that are
to
hurt.
Cabo or something like that, it
Or
always
who is
feels
in the
good.
pocket.
I just worry, you know, for myself at least, not for you, about the long-term prospect of being there for that length of time. And also, I have a couple new projects that I haven't even really talked to you about yet that are going to be leveraging the new wave of creators.
Sure,
We're going to
sure.
be moving people out to LA and putting
Well,
them
also,
in a big
mind
house.
you, I only have to be there 6 months out of the year.
Yep,
I'll probably do more because I'm telling you, I really like it. But like, I'll still be here. I'll still be here in LA. And
He said the
Um,
same thing
the
about
only-
the
the
ranch.
only
when he first got
sticking
the
point-
ranch.
that I had was this show.
Yeah.
Spent $60,000 to build a brand new set, and I'm
70,
throwing up the
70.
deuces.
70,000.
70K.
Yeah.
And so we have to figure out a way to keep this going because obviously Impulsive's very, very near and dear to our hearts. It's my baby. My last name's even in the title even.
So like
So
when I was
That
weighing the
was
pros and
purposeful.
cons
Yeah.
bullshit with you, and there was like I said a cons
Yeah.
bullshit with you, and there was like I said a fuckload of pros and very little cons. One of the cons was this, and Bell was like, "Yo, you could just like he was talking about. You could put a camera and then like
know.
a wood thing, and
Remotely.
then if you're staying here, we could still sit in our same seats, and it would honestly look the
We
same.
talked about
I'll be
that.
a
We talked about
holographic
that.
projection.
You'd be like Michael Jackson or Tupac.
That's right.
There
So-
you go.
Wow, I believe that's possible.
We actually talked.
I wonder if
Spends
that's
another
fucking
70K.
possible. Just to be a hologram. That would be cool.
We actually talked about that, though. We talked about the idea of me potentially staying here at the house and holding it down as like a Greg Paul ranch hand. But
Would you move in with Amara?
But for the house, I don't know what I don't know what I would do yet. Here's the thing.
I think
for
he's moving
me
in with Amara.
specifically, because of the position I've been in for the past 2 years, I think my life hits the most contrast, even though he's moving out of LA. This me not going to Puerto Rico, to me and to other people who have talked about this already, equals my stepping out of the shadow of being Logan's right-hand man, which has been incredible for me. It has been an incredible ride for me, but there's a lot of people who are trying to coax me in the direction of, yo, start building your own platform. Start making sure that you're out of that spotlight. You have the talent, you have the platform, you have all the things that are necessary to fucking do so. Now go fucking do it. And so it's like, there's just a lot of things that need to be considered.
I don't got the energy. That's why I'm living in the middle of heaven with my brother, focusing on
That
boxing.
part, sorry, with who?
With Jake?
Jake,
Oh,
I love that. I love that you guys are together.
I think I could provide him with some good guidance
I
as an
agree.
older brother. I think he's been lacking solid
I think Jake's gonna make
leaders,
Logan stupid.
mentor.
mentorship
Yeah.
a little bit, and I've had the pleasure of having you as my mentor, and I think me living with Jake in Puerto Rico, because we're going halfsies on a house together. We'll be good.
Halfsies on a housey.
Halfsies
So
on a
you're just
housey.
gonna take all that gleaning advice from me and then just apply it to Jake.
Yeah,
It's
and,
like
and
generational fucking mentorship right there.
yeah.
Okay, that is it for this one, guys. Why Logan Paul is moving to Puerto Rico, full video. I think the main driver is just money, but I don't see Logan actually putting his head down and just focusing on Pokemon cards or boxing. He's gonna want to do other stuff, and he won't be in a position to do like maybe a lot more pranks, because he'll be living with Jake, and that was how they started off. So maybe they're just trying to both just rejuvenate their platforms. But that'll be it, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, dislike the video if you disliked it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.